Welcome to Live at 5:55 with Joseph. I hope you have an awesome day today and you're just living high in your intentions. Today's hump day, so I hope you're doing something enjoyable for today. So today I want to talk about, is your self-image lifting you up and raising you up in your life, or is it tearing you down? You know, what brought this to mind to me today is because I talked to a prospective client today, and in the conversation they were talking a lot about the people in their life. They were talking about the people that they can't trust in their life. They were talking about the people that they, that they're trying to get help from that don't seem to be helping them. They had a lot of things about them being the victim of other people's actions. And so I started talking and going deeper into it. And this person's self-image was that they come second. They're not the star of their own show. They're the back crew in their own life, in their own vision. They're in the background of the whole thing. They're not that star, the host of or starring in their own life, even in their own life vision. And so often we come from places of lack with finances. We come from places of lack with relationships or just letdowns, or we're taught to do a job and live our life by doing a job. And, kind of like I talked about before is, I was taught a man gets a job, supports a family, and hopefully lives long enough to enjoy some retirement. My parents didn't know about how to move into, about even how to experience your passion, how to put a vision together, let alone how to live that out to be able to teach me. So I've put in a lot of time trying to understand this. I put in a lot of time learning these practices, these principles, these concepts, and applying them to my life, and then helping my clients do the same in their life, whether it's a individual, organization, a group, or a corporation. Help them employ that self-image. What is your self-image of yourself? When you look in the mirror and look at yourself, what do you see looking back at you? Is it that person that can do any damn thing they want to do with their life? That whatever you want to experience in your life is possible to you? Or do you see the limitations? Do you see your past results? Do you see what other people have told you? Do you see based on your conditioning? That will make a difference for your entire life, that what your self-image is. You can only achieve what your self-image will allow you to achieve. And there's a lot of tools I work with my clients on and shifting that self-image to bring about more in your life. But it's got to start there. We can't go out and get beyond what we feel we deserve. It just doesn't work that way. It's impossible to work that way. And even if it does happen, like I shared on yesterday, live at 5:55, is even if we do get above that line, we self-sabotage to bring it back down. So what do you see when you look in the mirror? Do you see that person that can do anything? Do you see that person of your vision that's living that life, that's experiencing abundance and wealth in all areas of your life? If you don't, I want to help you get to that point. These Live at 5:55s, the Ignite Success Institute Facebook group that we're doing, the lives I do in there, like all of the stuff I do is to help inspire and motivate people to live better lives. People just like you. One of the things I did and I still do when I work on my self-image, is I look for people who are where I want to be. And then I look at their traits. I look at how they speak. I look at the way they are. And then I bring myself out in that way. I don't model them. I don't try to be them. I just pick aspects of what they are and that are how I want to be and how they are. And I start using that. I've had a lot of coaches that have taken me through and tried to write script and things like that and speak from script and stuff. And that's not me. I don't have a script here when I'm doing my lives. I'm just speaking to you from my heart. I open up this pathway, regardless of where I'm speaking. I open up this pathway and I let it spill and I let it flow. And if there's imperfections with it, I'm okay with that, because my whole purpose is to get a strong message out. It's the same thing for you. Your self-image, you're not trying to be perfect. When we talk about self-image, we're not trying to hit perfection with it. We're just trying to clarify what it is you see in yourself and what do you want to see in yourself. How do you want to see yourself? That's a starting point. When you start by looking at what you want to see in yourself, what you want your self-image to be, All of a sudden, opportunities will start coming by. You'll hear things, or something will come out of here, or something will come out of there. And all of a sudden, you're living in that. You're experiencing more and more and more of that. But if you don't ever take the time to look and understand what your self-image, what you want your self-image to look like, what you want your self-image to be, you'll never get to that point. So tonight, as a call to action here is lean into this. Leave a comment. What's one area of your life where your self-image, what's one area of your self-image that you want to raise it up? Is it in the clothes that you wear? Is it in the way you do your hair? Is it in the way you walk? Is it in the way you speak? Is it in the things you do with your time? Is it in your job? Is it in your attitude? Is it in the way you treat others? Or is it in the way you let other people treat you? Is it in your body image? So many people come to me because they want to lose weight and their life is going to be perfect. People come to me because they want to build a pile of money because their life will be perfect. People come to me because they want to have this awesome relationship and their life is going to be perfect. And what I do is I help them get into that place of living through that area, living through that place of where they want to get to before that even shows up. And they can't help but for it to show up when we do that. Just take a look at your self-image. Take a look at when you look in the mirror. Just be honest with yourself. Look in the mirror. What do you see looking back at you? What do you see that person being? One of the things with my self-image, I went through this a while ago, is I was in a meditation. I was focused on self-image, and I was in this meditation, and all of a sudden I felt this, like I had this out-of-body experience, and there was this me that was there, but he was bigger than me. He was taller. He was more muscular. He was just bigger than I was. Almost not giant, but bigger than me. And that absorbed into me as my self-image. That powerful person with confidence, with passion, that looks at how to do things, that looks at what they want to do versus what they can't do. That person is part of my self-image. When I look in the mirror now, not 100%, none of this stuff works 100%, no matter how long anybody's been working on themselves. If they tell you that, it's bullshit. But for the most part, I look in the mirror and I see that person. And I'm understanding more and more and more. That person has always been who I've been. That person is me without the paradigms, without the conditioning, without the patterns that have limited my life for so many years in my past. It's the same thing for you. Look in the mirror and really see what you see. And take a little bit of time today and look into what you want your self-image to be. The other thing I want to share with you, if this resonates with you at all, then the Ignite program was specifically designed to help convert life's struggles and limitations into opportunities to ignite your potential and unleash your passion. You owe it to yourself to at least click on that link, theigniteprogramonline.com, and just check it out for yourself and see if it's for you. It's an on-demand 4-week program that was specifically designed to help you move through your limitations into launching your life. So that's what I got for you tonight. Your self-image is where everything else will start for you. And if you just focus on that, everything else will rise up right along with that. So thanks for joining me tonight. I love that I get to do this. I love seeing you guys on here, and just have a blessed evening. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.